Welcome in, guys. Vune! First one in. How are you, Vune? You're hella tired. Oh no. You might get weird. I'm okay with this. This is a stream where you can definitely do that, Vune. Things might get weird in here today as well. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Last stream before New York. We're getting wild. We're getting wild up in here. Okay, well, hope you guys have all had a wonderful day. Dark Alvin, and you were discussing something important. Oh no. Oh no, Vune. You believe that I procure my produce from Fairyland? I mean, a chef never tells their secret, Vune. Yeah, it looks too beautiful to be real. I think we're just kind of blessed with where we live, because we kind of get the best of both worlds. It's like we're on the West Coast, so like we get all this wonderful Cali and like Mexican produce if we don't have our own produce in season. So yeah, I think it's all about location for sure. But thanks, guys, for thinking that my produce is so beautiful, because I'm definitely picky about it, for sure. For sure, Z's. Okay, so this is a stream brought to you by a request from Nike2G and Rook. They have requested me to make Mexican cemita sandwiches for them today. And I've never eaten this or made anything like this before, so this is a new thing for me as well. Pretty excited to try this combination of flavors today. I think it's gonna be awesome. I did make the bread dough or the bun dough prior to starting the stream, just because it has to proof for like 3 to 4 hours before we can form it into the buns, and then you have to wait another hour before you bake it. So a little bit of thinking ahead, as always, if you're gonna make your own bread. So that's where I started today, and I did that at 12:30. So that was almost 3 hours ago. We're gonna check the bread dough at 3:30. We should be able to form it into 6 really nice buns, proof it for 1 more hour, and then we can bake it. And that way it'll have time to cool off before we cut into it and stuff our sandwiches. Minnie Key, how are you? Yeah, I prepared it. Yeah, no 12-hour stream today. I'm sorry, Vune. Although I am feeling pretty ready about getting out of here. Is like we packed our bags yesterday. I don't think I'm gonna forget anything. I am well, thanks for asking. Yeah, no 12-hour stream, but maybe the next week there might be some 12-hour streams. Just playing Sims and watching this stream. Awesome. I love The Sims. Okay, so like I said, Mexican cemita sandwiches. So we're gonna do a little bit of fun facts. We're gonna explore what the cemita actually is before we start to prep anything for it. Because you really need to know what you're making if you've never made it before. So let's do a little bit of homework before we start cooking. And I'm just gonna say this now, is this stream isn't gonna be super long. I'm planning to have dinner ready within the next 3 hours. What is a cemita? Is that a Sammy sandwich? Love it, Vune. Yeah, Sammy got a good phone call for a follow-up interview, I guess, at the Fairmont Hotel. Hey, Rook. How are you, man? Good to see you in here. This one's for you, Rook. Cemitas. Okay, so I'm gonna read. What's up? I'm gonna read a little article from Serious Eats about cemitas. So I think it's pretty entertaining, and then we'll get started. Nike, your dad almost passed away today. What? He has a distressed heart, and they got one stint in and have to wait 2 to 3 months to get another one in. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, I hope you're okay, man. That is so scary. Yeah, messing with your health, not something fun. It's a struggle for sure. I will send some well wishes over to you and your family, man. Stay strong. That's all I can say. This cemita is for you, man. That's true, Rook. Thanks for looking on the positive side. Things do get better. Everything heals over time. Okay, so, have you ever fallen in love only to realize you'd fallen for an imposter? I have, and this is my story. Starting last year, when I moved to Jackson Heights in Queens, New York, I'd sometimes stop at the taco trucks along Roosevelt Avenue for some late night food. It didn't take me long to quit the tacos and zero in on the cemita sandwiches instead. I got hooked on them hard. As far as I was concerned, the cemita was perhaps the greatest sandwich ever created. Can you please confirm this, Nike or Rook? Is this a fact or an opinion? So she says, I loved everything about it. The tender toasted sesame seed bun, which we are making today. The taco fillings like lengua, which is tongue. Carnitas, which is like a pulled pork. And carne asada, which is the beef, which we're making today. As well as the heaps of shredded queso Oaxaca, which sadly, guys, I'm going to be honest, we can't really find that cheese here. So we're just going to shred some mozzarella and pray that it maybe tastes as good, even though I know it's not going to. It is a fact, Rook, yes. You don't want, man, you're not being a bummer. This is like your safe place. We're not judging you by being honest about how you're feeling. Thank you for sharing that with us. I feel like that's way better than keeping it inside and us being like, where's Nike? I wonder if he's okay. So please, man, if you feel comfortable sharing that stuff with us, I'm okay with it. We are here for you. So this sandwich also has smoky chipotle flavor, which that's what we marinated the beef with. And it says an intense pop of the Mexican herb called papalo, which that's another thing we can't find here, but we did pick up some cilantro, so that's what we're gonna use on there. And then it also has a thick layer of avocado, juicy slices of tomato, and you can decide if you want to put lettuce on it. We're serving it with a salad on the side, so I think I'm going to opt with no lettuce. And then it also gets plenty of mayo. Sammy, you're not good at Apex? You're excited to see my version. Yes! Hey, Lenny. Welcome in. Okay, so these sandwiches are originally from Puebla in Mexico. And there, they're actually served cold with untoasted bread, no lettuce or tomato, and the fillings were a lot more limited. So mostly fried meat cutlets, which is what we're doing with our beef today, as well as cold cuts or gelatinous cubes of cow's foot. So I can see that they don't really use expensive ingredients to make this sandwich, which is why it's such an awesome street food. Scrolling. So, the cemita's many faces. The common ground. So, all cemitas share a few essential ingredients. First, and perhaps most importantly, they're all served on cemitas, the sesame seed topped buns that give the sandwiches their name. So it's named after the bun, not the ingredients inside, which is probably a good thing so that we can kind of switch up the ingredients. Oh no, Rook. Yeah, what happened to the windshield? Oh shoot. The crack got too big. No problem, Vune. Don't even feel bad about it, man. We will be there. You get some rest. And we'll see you soon, man. Sounds good, Rook. We'll be here for about 3 hours or so. Okay, so all cemitas have to have a sesame seed topped bun. So we have to make sure that we do that to ours today. I have the sesame seeds out, so we definitely shouldn't forget. So it says next, they all have papalo, which is a Mexican herb with a very particular flavor. Some describe it as cilantro-like. And indeed, if you can't find papalo where you live, cilantro would be the next best choice. So that's what we have today. Phew, we'll be okay. It says there's something floral and maybe even soapy about it. So that's actually how people that don't like cilantro describe it. Makes sense. Some form of jalapeno is also pretty standard. In some spots, that means chipotles, which are smoked and dried jalapenos. In others, it means pickled jalapenos. And in a lot of cases, you get to choose between the two. Onion is also typical on most cemitas, so a little note for that is we're gonna make pickled red onion and jalapeno today for the sandwiches. So homemade pickles, and this is a quick pickle. So these are actually done within half an hour. You can serve them, but they're always better like a week later, like most pickles are. And the last, or actually the second last, absolute must is avocado, and lots of it. So don't skimp on that. It's usually pressed into the bottom of the bun. Next up is the cheese. So shredded queso Oaxaca, says, has gone into every cemita I've ever seen. Sadly, we cannot find that here. It is definitely not popular. So it's a type of mild stringy cheese. And you can replace it with another kind of creamy, mild, stringy cheese instead. So we're gonna use mozzarella today. And lastly, the meat. All cemitas have it, except vegetarian versions, of course. And the options differ significantly between New York and Puebla. One preparation that is offered in both places is milanesa, which is the breaded and fried cutlets, and we are doing that today. So while New York and Puebla both serve chimita or cemitas on cemita rolls, the handling of the rolls is different. In New York, it's typically toasted on a griddle and compressed with a spatula as it toasts. So it's more of like a pressed sandwich, almost panini-like. And in Puebla, in Mexico, the bread is served fresh. So it's not toasted at all. Okay, so first things first, the bun, the recipe. This is what we're using today, guys. That is the link for the recipe, and it also has the link to the bun dough in that recipe as well. And I followed it to a T. Like I said, it's been made since about 12:30 this afternoon, so coming up to 3 hours. Nike, you don't know what you want to fix tonight. You're thinking of fixing popcorn, shrimp, and Caribbean rice. That sounds great, man. Make it easy. Easy peasy. And the cemita roll. So it's basically like a brioche roll. It has cream and eggs in it, so it's really rich. And then it gets topped with sesame seeds and coarse salt when you bake it. So we're gonna start by dividing the bread first, and then we will work into actually roasting some squash and corn for our side salad, because we're gonna need our oven a little bit later to bake our buns. So we might as well roast our veggies for the salad now and have them cooled off for later. And after that, we are going to work into our pickles. So our pickled red onion and jalapeno. Show you guys how to make that. And then we'll shred up our cheese, slice our tomato and avocado, so those are ready to go when it's time to assemble our sandwiches. We have some black beans here as well to go into our salad. So kind of a Mexican themed salad as well. You need to dice up red pepper for it. So a lot of different colors, flavors, and textures going into this salad, and it's gonna be served with the creamy lime dressing. I'm kind of clearing out the fridge with all of this stuff right now. Obviously, we don't want food to sit there for the week while we're in New York, so I already have that dressing made. So that's not gonna be made on stream today. And then last but not least is we have to bread our beef that's been marinating since yesterday. We did that on stream, and then we'll fry it up. Sounds like a plan, guys. So here are our beautiful ingredients today going in our sandwich. We have some tomato, lime if we feel like we need it, our avocado, our onion and jalapeno for our pickles, our wonderful pepper, some couple of squashes, a good bunch of cilantro, and then our lettuce. So let's just set that aside for now. Check out our bread dough. So it says it should be 1.5 times the size, and it definitely has proofed up nicely. And I actually have to get rid of this cutting board before we start rolling this. This recipe makes 6 buns, and the total time is 5.5 hours. You're gonna attempt to make tinga de pollo for the first time. Nice! You totally should. Oh, you wanted to watch me make the dressing. You know what, Nike? It's the same sauce that I made for the fish tacos last week. So it's like a creamy salsa verde is what it is. So salsa verde blended with avocado. It really is quite simple, man. So you could go back in previous streams and look it up. I'm just gonna put that there for a sec. I need to get this big thing out of here. I just don't want the buns to stick to the counter. That wouldn't be good. One sec, guys. So Nike, did you decide on what you're making? Is it the popcorn shrimp, Caribbean rice? Wipe this up so it's nice and clean. Sticky buns on a marble counter. Sounds like butt burn. What? You're making it. Yeah. Okay, let's check this out. This looks awesome. And it smells so good. So we have some flour here. have to gently take this out of the bowl, and we'll pour it onto a slightly floured surface. This is the buns. Yeah, this is where we're starting because they take quite a while. You need to think ahead a little bit if you're gonna make the buns from scratch. I started them 3 hours ago. And brioche doughs, I find, are so easy to make. Just because of the egg and the butter in it, is the dough is like not super sticky because there's fat in it. So it doesn't stick to your hands as much. I really, really like working with it. This one is a touch stickier though than what I'm used to. Just being honest, guys. Sometimes it's a pain to try and get out of here. Let's see. Oh, that's some stretchy dough. Like I said, it doesn't really stick to your hands. My cemita mia, don't want none if you ain't got sesame buns, hun. Yeah. Newfmaj, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I'm gonna try and clean the rest of that out of here. She's a little bit sticky icky. The dough looks so pretty. Thanks. Thanks, KJ. I actually love making bread at home. I don't know, I love to work with my hands. I need to teach Graham how to make good doughs for bread. I mean, practice makes perfect, honestly. It took me a few years to really get comfortable with it. Pour some water in here before it gets all stuck on. What's cooking? Hey, Crystal. So we're working on the cemita buns. So sesame seed brioche buns for our Mexican sandwiches. So the dough has proofed for 3 hours. Now, just at like a warm room temperature. It doubled in size, and now we have to divide it into 6 little buns and then let that sit for another hour before we bake it. He does make really good noodles, Nikki. This is a fact. I'm gonna get this just covered in a little bit of flour. Yeah, we have to teach each other some stuff. Hey, Nikki? Okay, now I know it won't stick. Just gonna move this out of the way. So you don't want too much flour when you're first portioning your dough. So now, kind of pull it so it's equal size, whether it's like a rectangle or maybe a circle. And then I'm gonna cut this in half. And then into 3, because we want 6. So 3 equal portions. I know it could be a little bit difficult. It looks pretty close. Just kind of bunch them up and see how we did. I think I might just take a touch from this one and add it to this. And there we go. So now what we're gonna do is, like, obviously the outside is nicely floured, but this inside is really soft right here. So kind of just fold it underneath with your hands. Like that. So now you get almost a nice smooth surface. And we can put it on the counter. And it should kind of grab. If I move these out of the way, that might be easier for me. I'll back that up a bit. So I'm gonna push away with my thumb and then kind of roll it with my other fingers so that you keep going in a circle. Like that. And then you want a nice, smooth surface. Nice little bun. And if you look underneath, there's not really a seam. That's pretty bright, hey, for you guys. It's not really showing. But there shouldn't be really anything to see on the bottom. And the top should be really nice and smooth. So just keep doing that until you get a nice smooth bun. And then if you want, you can just dip it a little bit in the flour on the bottom. And then we have a sheet pan here. I have a silicone sheet on it, but you can just use parchment paper as well. Same. And then we're gonna keep those nicely spread out on the sheet pan. So let's carry on. Another technique that you can use that's a little bit more easy than what I just did is like I started with. So keep your fingers on the bottom of the bun and your thumbs on top. You just kind of roll the dough underneath itself and kind of keep pinching it with that. And then you get a little bun that way as well. So there's a couple different ways to do it. To me, this is still the easiest because you get the tension on the counter and it doesn't stick at all, like I said. Drop that in our flour and then over to the sheet pan. Hey, Carrot Potato, how are ya? I'm definitely your favorite chef. Thank you. That means a lot. Strike none. Yeah, we're making bread. We're making cemita buns. Basically like a sesame seed brioche. I know I haven't done much baking in a long time on here. Used to do it a lot in the summer. Okay, 3 left. Question on tomatoes. You got a sandwich from Whole Foods and the tomato was just yuck, no flavor. How do you know if a tomato is going to be good? I would say, like, you can get it as local as possible and it's gonna be the best. But otherwise, like, I can find tomatoes from like New Zealand here in the stores and honestly, yeah, they taste like cardboard is how I describe it. Because they have to put the tomatoes in the fridge to get them shipped over here without it going too ripe before it gets to the store. So never put your tomatoes in the fridge, first off, when you're buying them from the store. Always leave them out because that will really affect the flavor. But honestly, when tomatoes aren't in season, even I feel like they don't taste that good. And most of the time in the winter, when tomatoes aren't in season, I go for like a grape or a cherry tomato because those have a little bit more sweetness concentrated in them. Carrot Potato, you could be better. Oh no. You just had a freak out. You had like an anxiety attack. Takes a lot of effort to like pull yourself away from that. Like actually getting to that point where it's really bad. Are you feeling like really pressured right now about something? Organic equals local. Yeah, that's true. Organic as well. Organic will always taste better. I know it costs more, but it is like so worth it in the long run. Okay, 6 buns. Proof them up. Gonna wash up that area, and we're getting back to cooking. Yeah, I'm with you, Nike. Keeps me relaxed. When I feel like I need it. Okay. Get our board back. Boom. Check out our little buns now. So 6 little buns. Obviously you can double the recipe if you're cooking for more people. Oh, he already got a stint, Nike, and it didn't work. Shoot. If the tomato is more red, is it more flavorful? It should be, yeah. It's like the redder the tomato, the more flavor it should have. If it looks more like a pink or blush color, I don't think it's gonna taste too good. So now, we don't want these to really dry out as they continue proofing, so we're just gonna cover them with a tea towel. And that way they won't crack as they continue to rise. And my favorite place to proof bread, because our house is a little bit chilly, let's say, is to put it in the oven, is it'll keep it like a nice regulated temperature. So don't have the oven on or anything. Actually, it feels even a little chilly in there. So here's the other sneaky way to do this, is to like partially preheat your oven. So turn it on, wait a couple minutes, and then turn it off. And that way you'll just get like a little bit of heat in the oven, but you don't want anything too crazy, otherwise your buns will overproof, as they'll get too hot and they'll rise really quick and then fall. And then you won't actually be able to bake them from there. You're so excited to see your hot buns come out just for you, Nike. Yeah, we have a wild Sammy. Okay, so one thing off the list. We have shaped our buns. So now I'm gonna set an hour timer, and then that's where we can preheat our oven and bake them. And they only take about 15 minutes to bake, so it's not even that long. So what was that, maybe a minute that I left the oven on for? Just a quick little heat up, and then I canceled it. Let's get our timer on. 1 hour countdown. So while we're waiting, remember we're gonna roast up our squash. So let's prep our squash. Our corn, this is not in season right now, guys, so we just chose frozen corn. It's a thing, and I'm okay with that. I've had really good experiences with frozen corn. It's usually really nice and sweet. Tomorrow is the day, Crystal. We're there. We made it. So I'm gonna take the corn out now so it can kind of thaw a little bit while we prep up our squash. And we're gonna need a sheet pan for this. It's raining?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for the update, Sammy.
Yep.
Yep. And we will line this pan with parchment. We don't want anything sticking. It'll help us with dishes later. Yep. We have some peaches and cream.
T-minus 27 hours till we're in New York.
27 hours. Make me a sandwich 420. Thank you for the follow.
That's a great name.
And welcome in. I feel like this is a stream for you. We are making sandwiches. So we don't need too much corn. Maybe 2 cups worth should be lots. And we only really want, I feel like actually that might be too much. We got a lot of different stuff going into this salad, so maybe I shouldn't go too crazy on this. Now I need a funnel. Yeah, put it back in the bag. Yeah, you have found the right place. Make me a sandwich. Welcome in. I think that's good. So spread this out. You only want like one nice thin layer. And that way it'll roast up really nice. We'll get maybe a little bit of char color on there. That always gives some good flavor. And then we will dice up our squash. Brooke is back. Welcome back, man. Welcome back. So a couple different squashes today. Clearing out the fridge. We have a little zucchini. And then this sweet dumpling squash. You can eat the skin on this, so we don't even have to peel it. Still smells good. Okay, let's start with the zouk, since it's pretty easy to slice up. Looks like it has a couple of boo-boos. So I'm just gonna give it a quick rinse. You give your cat CBD. I love that. I've been wanting to give some to Doggo. Do you find it, like, do you notice a difference, Crystal? In how your cat lives their life? So, cut our zucchini in half lengthwise and then in half again. So we get these nice little triangles. And line it up. And then we're just gonna cut nice bite-sized pieces. Since this is going on a salad, we don't want to cut it too big. Then we also don't want to cut it too small and make it hard to eat. So something that you can easily fit in your mouth in one bite. And not really need a knife for. And this shape is like one of my favorites too. It's really nice. So that's that. We'll dress it on the sheet pan afterwards. Now our squash. This is the most HD cooking stream I've seen. We've done some investing in the last little year. So thanks for noticing. I will say that. Took us a year to get good equipment. It's worth the wait though, I have to say. You just started last week. Ah, okay. She's in good health. She just sleeps so much. And the CBD will actually give her more energy. I'm just going to carve out this stem piece here on our squash. I feel like I need to move this over even more. And be careful when you're trying to cut out the stem. Obviously it's quite hard, so definitely don't want to cut fingers off. Let's keep all of our digits today. What sort of squash is this? So this is grown at the farms out here, and it's called a sweet dumpling squash. But you might also recognize a similar looking squash that's smaller called a delicata. And once again, you can eat the skin of the delicata and it looks basically the exact same as this. So sweet dumpling squash. Now, I want to kind of keep it consistent with this first shape that we cut. And I think just to be safe is we're going to cut this bottom part off. And then we're going to do the same with this side. So this thickness, we're going to cut as well. That. You thought it looked like a delicata. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I saw it at the store and I was like, I've never seen this squash before, but it looks like a delicata, so I'm gonna try it. And it's really, really good. Takes on any flavorings really nicely. Okay, so now you can do like kind of 1/2 inch slices. I love that. That looks so nice. Like a little crown. Squash crown. Okay, I think we're gonna have almost too much food still. I know. I know. There's still lots of stuff here. I guess we can just use 2 sheet pans. I feel like maybe we have too much stuff. Clearing out the fridge, guys. I think I'm gonna transfer the corn. Because maybe broiling the corn would be better. And we can get some nice color on it. But we can't broil with parchment paper. So we'll transfer the corn to a smaller pan. And then we'll dress it with a little bit of oil, salt and pepper. Yeah, you can give pets CBD, Nike. It's a thing. You can't find the Caribbean rice? No, dude. Where did it go? Yeah, the CBD is supposed to help like older pets with arthritis pain and stuff like that, or even appetite as well. I've definitely heard good things about it. I think it's probably worth the money. You're skeptical? Really? I've known about this for like at least a year already. And everyone that I know that gives it to their pets has like said good things about it. You'll take our word for it. Thank you. Thank you for the trust. We'll finish cutting this stuff too. Might as well. So one slice, square it up. That's good and that's good. And then this side. So I think I'm gonna try and put it flat like this and cut this way. Kind of uneven. Try and do the same with the other side. Yeah, there's no THC in there, guys. Is one thing you have to remember. Your pets are not going to get any effects from that. It's a little bit dirty in there. But this should definitely be a healthy squash, considering that we don't have to peel the skin off. Like, the skin is where most of the nutrients are in vegetables. Okay. Cemitas, Mike-sai. I don't, yeah. I couldn't find papalo or the Oaxacan cheese, sadly. Those are the two things that are a bit difficult to find here. So I made some substitutions. I think it'll be okay. Still feeling good about it. Guess this will be like a Canadian version. Okay, our squashes for our salad to go with our cemitas. So let's dress these now. I'm gonna use a little bit of olive oil and some salt and pepper. And we gotta preheat the oven as well so that we can roast this stuff. And I'm gonna go at a nice high heat, like 450 Fahrenheit. And obviously the bread or the buns that we were proofing in the oven have come out now. You don't want to leave those buns in there at that temp or else we won't have buns. You'll be interested to see. Nice. Yeah, well, I just did cilantro instead of the papalo and just some matzo cheese instead of the Oaxacan. Thought that was the best substitution to go with. What type of cemita have you had before, Mike? Okay, so dress our zucchini squash with some oil. Dumpling squash. Cheese curds? No, it's like stringy. As you pull it apart.
What you said earlier, the
Cheese strings. Yeah. Might just be a difference in name. Yeah. You've had one in LA, part of one. Nice. Nike, I'm not worried, man. Hey, Mint, welcome in. Okay, let's dress these with some salt and pepper. I think this dumpling squash is going to take longer to cook than our zucchini, so we'll watch it in the oven. Hopefully we can get this all spread out in one nice layer so it roasts really evenly. You're ready to bite in, Mint. We'll be there in about 2 hours from now is when I plan to eat a cemita. So good amount of salt on our veggies. A full cemita is the size of a dinner plate. Holy shit. Yeah, these buns look a little bit smaller than that. Just going by the recipe I found. They look manageable, let's say that. What's the difference between cemitas and tortas? Good question. And I'm gonna say it's where they came from in Mexico. And tortas usually have like cheese broiled onto the bun. So you get this like crispy cheesy crust on the bun. But kind of similar ingredients, I would say. Other than like the milanesa, like the fried meat cutlet. So one nice even layer of all of our veggies, guys. That way they will roast and not steam on top of each other. Tortas make you smile less? I don't know. I've had some pretty awesome tortas. A chorizo torta is like... We are gonna make an insanely large salad today. Clearing out all the veggies so they don't go bad while we're gone. There we go. We actually managed to get one nice even layer of both of our squashes. They should roast up pretty good now. Tortas are some of the best things you've ever had. Yeah, they're so yummy. Obviously the bread is different as well though. It's like tortas are almost on more of a Portuguese style roll, whereas cemitas are on like a sesame brioche roll. So there's definitely some differences that we can pick out right away. Of course, man. I love to cook requests on here. And you guys don't request enough stuff for me to make, so then I always just come up with my own things, which I'm totally okay with as well. Okay, let's set this squash aside. Still waiting for our oven to heat up. We can dress our corn with a little bit of stuff as well. Some oil, for sure, will help it brown up. And I always like to just put a touch of salt. Contrasts the sweetness. Makes it taste better. CBD, welcome in, man. And we got our people in here today, Nike. Yeah, this guy shows up. Yeah, he did. So just toss the corn around so that it's nicely coated with the oil and the salt. Yeah, we've missed you, man. How you been? Okay, now spread it back out into one even layer again. And we'll put that aside as well. We have just over 7 minutes left on preheating our oven for roasting those vegetables. And I think we're gonna work into this salad now. So we're just gonna keep working into the salad. We have to wash up some lettuce, big ass head of lettuce. Chop up some peppers. Kawinky dink. A bit busy, but overall can't complain. That's like the best answer. Is like if you're enjoying the busyness of your life, you know things are going good. Hey Rogue. How you doing? Okay, so let's get into this. Large and in charge. So we got 2 heads of lettuce like this for $3. from the store today. Insanity. The strain is Euphoria from Royal Queen. Nice. Yeah, I'm alright. Thanks for asking. Things are good over here. Starting a little vacation tomorrow. Definitely can't complain. One turned out male though. R.I.P. Frank. Hey Dirtbag, how are ya? You guys are just filing. Okay, I think that's a big enough pile of lettuce, hey? We got some greenery going on today. We'll put this away now so it stays nice and fresh. And we're gonna cut this up before we wash it. That way when we wash it, we can just put it into the salad bowl. I didn't grow it, Crystal, sadly. We do have some lettuce growing in the garden right now, but my dad built some garden covers for when it snowed the last 2 weeks, and they're actually screwed down. So I haven't been able to access really any of my winter produce, and that's okay. I'd rather have it not die than be able to use it. Big plans for NYC? Jesus. Man, too many. There are too many plans that have been set. I've come to terms that we're not going to be able to do all the things we want to do, but we'll do our best. Got a pizza day, deli day, Asian food day planned. Lots of sightseeing to do, and I honestly just know that the 6 days are gonna rip by. It's gonna be madness in the best way possible. Yeah, too many plans, not enough plans. I know. Man, you got a bit stressed. People are having a rough day today. At least some people in here. So I'm just gonna say thanks for popping by and like feeling safe in here. That makes me happy that you guys can come into my stream to like relax and chill out. That's exactly what I want. Jabronius, thank you for the follow. So I'm just cutting these lengthwise into like 3 pieces. Make it a little bit more manageable to eat. I think about how your grandma would look eating this salad. Like, do you want to see grandma looking like a rabbit when she's trying to eat her salad? No. So let's cut our lettuce into nice bite-sized pieces. Although that could be entertaining, I suppose. The lettuce always looks so good. Yeah, we lucked out with this one. CBD. I don't know how, considering it's been like snowing and stormy out here the last couple weeks. But this one looks beautiful. And it was only $1.50 for that head of lettuce. I'm gonna get quite a few meals from that. Good, Nike, good. You're relaxing now. Glad to hear it, man. Do I think it's necessary to spin the lettuce? Yeah. I mean, unless I buy strictly organic, I find that washing your produce is actually pretty necessary these days. Like, the stuff that they spray on some of those crops, that's what makes people sick. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'd rather take this little bit of time to spin it than get sick from me not washing it properly. Always go for dark leafy greens. Yeah, man. Go for the health. You don't want no iceberg. That's just filler. That's just literally water fiber. There's not any nutrients in there for you. Yeah, you've seen some of the people handle the food in stores. I mean, what is there to say that they didn't maybe drop the lettuce in the back on the floor and be like, oh well, the people will wash it when they get home. It's like, you really don't know how your produce is handled. Some people care, some people don't. Okay, we got a full salad spinner. Just gonna go rinse that, and then we'll spin the water off and start to build our salad. Looks like our oven has come up to temp as well. It's gonna beep in about 10 seconds, so I'm gonna throw the vegetables in, start roasting them. I'm gonna estimate that they'll take about half an hour. So let's set that timer. And actually I have 32 minutes on for our buns anyways, so that'll be perfect. So the veggies gotta be out of the oven in around that time so we can bake the sandwich buns. Next question. Cutting greens with metal knife makes edges turn brown. That is like totally somebody's opinion, not a fact. Like when I was in culinary school, we had a big debate on like whether cutting greens was better than like tearing them with your hand. And either way, you are breaking the cell walls in the greens. So either way, it is eventually going to turn brown and rust, as it's called oxidization. So there is definitely not one way that is better. And for me, I find it a lot easier to cut it than to tear it. So you don't slice your finger off? No. Yeah, this is definitely easily testable. Okay. We're ripping. There's actually quite a bit of water in here, as I might pour some out. Like, it's so much in the bottom. Do a little empty halfway through. Yeah, either way, you're breaking the cell walls in the plant and it's gonna start to deteriorate. So you can choose your destiny there. Okay, should be good. And I don't know if you guys are ready for all this madness, but it's definitely Mexican Monday in here. So my parents just got back from Mexico last night. They were there for a couple weeks. That was their holiday. My mom brought me back some things, some lovely things, a couple things to use in the kitchen. I like to collect sugar skulls, and I asked for a blue one. So she came back with this one. It's got like little crickets on it. It's super awesome, handmade right there. And then she got these wooden trays painted, as well as this little bowl with purple flowers. It is beautiful. I'm in love with this. So I'm gonna quickly wash this up with some soap and water, and we're gonna build our salad in this bowl. Nothing like handmade stuff for a souvenir. It's like nobody else has this. It's like they picked the colors and the design, everything. Thanks, Jones and Bones. And welcome in, Ryan. How are you doing today? A Minecraft type design? Oh. Yeah, Ryan, I saw that you guys got snow up in NorCal. That's nuts, man. 2 to 4 inches for you guys, Nike. We're supposed to be done with the snow here now, but I guess we'll see if we get snowed on in New York. I'm kind of hoping for it, because I think that the city is going to look awesome in the snow. Be okay with this. You got like a foot a few days ago. Oh. Yeah, we had like 38 centimeters accumulated in a couple days here. Hey, this is gonna be a big salad. So I think I might keep it inside. Keep it all nice and plump. Okay, let's work into our pepper. So just a nice yellow pepper. I like sweet peppers over a green pepper, so red, orange, or yellow will be the best. Mini Key, where are you? And the way that I like to take peppers apart, cut off the bottom, cut off the top near the stem, and then just have a little slice into it, and then we can carve out the seeds. And that way you don't get seeds everywhere. You just get this like little pack of seeds, and you can discard that. Nothing really too usable on that part. So now usually pull out the stem, clean it up a touch. There's a little bit stuff here, and I think we're good other than that little bit of waste. Nice pepper tip, thanks. Yeah, I like to share my tips with you guys. Oh, you're in California. Well, Ryan's in California too, but he's up north a little bit more. Okay, so now we're gonna go like nice little chunks for this. So more of like a medium sized dice. So shall I say maybe 1/2 inch cubes? And now you can kind of break this apart so it lays more flat. I'm gonna clean out the white bits with your knife, because that's just kind of a spongy, tasteless part. That's where the seeds were. Now you can have nice, uniform pieces. Cutting it into 4. You're learning a lot here. Great. That is exactly why I'm here, to teach you guys. Jamie Oliver pushes in the top and rips it out. I can never be Jamie. We can't set those expectations here. He is himself, and that is his power. Yeah, not really any waste, for sure. That's why I really like that technique. It snows around you, it just never reaches down there. Oh, you're lucky. You actually guessed it. Yeah, we're out of the door at like 3:30 in the morning. 6 a.m. flight, NYC, Jones and Bones. Tomorrow is the day. We will be there tomorrow night. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So obviously disperse your peppers nice and evenly over the salad. Next up, we are going to drain some black beans. So canned black beans, they're already cooked for us, but they are in this liquid in the can. That is not the best. Probably don't want to pour the can over your salad. So we're gonna drain that out and rinse off the beans just a little bit. Yeah, what a surprise. What did you win? My love and affection from afar. My love and appreciation. Just gonna shake this can a bit because usually the beans like to stick to the bottom. What's up, Fast Tech? How are you doing? Yeah, 3 hours in Toronto is where we'll have a little bite to eat, probably pop on stream, give you guys an update. And then when we get to New York is we're gonna get an American data plan. And then we can stream whenever we want. It snowed last night in Boston. Did someone eat Hitch's sandwich? Yeah, Sammy totally did. That's what I said. I was like going over the VOD yesterday and I was like, that sandwich looked amazing. I want to eat that.
It was so good.
Next up, he didn't take the sandwich. You'll make a note of that. Fast Tech, why are you spreading rumors? Hitch brought crystal meth into our home? I highly doubt that. He's a very well-behaved person. I highly doubt that. But thank you for keeping things interesting. Okay, so that is it for salad prep until we have the veggies roasted. So we're gonna pop this into the fridge now so it stays nice and crisp and cold. And we're gonna work into our homemade pickled onions and jalapenos, some of my favorite Mexican style condiments. You would cry. Yeah, we would cry if nobody ate that sandwich. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Hold tight. I'm gonna get pickling. Squash is starting to smell good in here. Smelling sweet. Yeah, literal torture. Don't tell us these things, Sammy. We can't do it, man. Okay, here is the recipe for our pickles. Another recipe from Serious Eats. So all of the recipes I'm using today are from Serious Eats.
My web search turned something up for the recipe for pickles and other
Can you not, Siri?
So all of the recipes
Can you just shush it? Siri has issues, guys. He had a Boston cream donut and a coffee? What? That's very Canadian of him. Very Canadian. So I'm only doing 1 red onion instead of 2. But we are going to do the jalapeno pepper. So we're going to slice both things really thin. And then while we're prepping that, we can actually heat up the pickle brine on the stove top. So let's get that stuff into our saucepan. And that way we won't waste any time. So we need 1 cup of white vinegar. And then also 1 cup of water and 1 cup of sugar. So equal parts vinegar, water, and sugar. And that actually makes a really nice brine, because it's going to be balanced. I'm going to measure the sugar first before I make the measuring cup wet. Sugar. Vinegar. And water. And then we need 2 teaspoons of salt. I'm gonna use a coarser salt for this. It's typically what they do when they make pickles. And I just don't want to use my nice fine salt for this. So 2 teaspoons of coarse salt. So you can see there's not too much salt compared to sugar. So they're gonna be more of a sweet style of pickle. And we will put that onto the stove on a medium heat. And then we're gonna bring that up to a boil. Then we'll get a bowl out. Something deep enough that will fit the onion, the pepper, and have it completely submerged in the brine. And I might actually put into the brine heating up on the stove, so we can add a little bit of aromatics to that. And what I usually like to add is maybe a bay leaf, a couple of peppercorns. You can add a clove of garlic as well. What are my plans for New York? So we have kind of 3 days planned for eating. So a pizza day, like a pizza tour day, a deli tour day, and an Asian tour day. Then we also want to hit up some of the food halls and obviously do some sightseeing as well. It's gonna be crazy. Fast tech. Okay, I'm just dropping 2 little bay leaves in that brine. As well as maybe 5 peppercorns. Okay, we will start with our onion first, and I'm actually going to cut this on a plastic board so it doesn't smell up my wooden board. The onion smell is hard to get out of there. It really likes to stick in there. The Oculus at Ground Zero and also One World Trade. Yeah, that is totally on the list. So we're going to do like Statue of Liberty, obviously, Empire State, the towers, probably hit up the Met, maybe go to the Whitney. Okay, so slicing our onion in half that way. Let's peel it. If we do all the things that I planned for us, I will be so impressed. But I'm gonna not set my expectations too high. Yeah, am I overnighting you one of the chimitas or the cemitas, Nikki? I wonder how that would be. Yeah, I hope the weather's warmer. The weather kind of seems similar to here, temperature-wise, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I know it's still wintry. Okay, so now our pickled onions this is our root end of the onion. It's kind of tough. We're gonna cut that out. That doesn't really break down, and it's gonna hold all of our onion pieces together, which we want them separated. So get that out of there, first thing. And then we're going to follow the natural curve of the onion as well as the lines that it already has kind of built into it. And that way we'll get the most consistent slices. I'm already starting to cry a bit, so bear with me. It's a little bit strong. So as thin as possible, guys, and you'll get the best result. And what I like to do is keep my index finger against my knife blade, kind of make your claw is what this is called. Just keep your finger on your blade the whole time so that you can guide the thickness of your slice. And obviously I'm shrinking kind of my fingers up as I move along the onion. Tears are real. And now, because it's kind of wobbly at this point with this little piece, you can let it just fall over. And then we're going to do the same thing. So start on that side, go with your angle. And make your nice thin slices. You're biting your tongue, Rogue. How come? Okay, and now you can kind of break these apart. And I'll put those into our bowl.
You okay over there?
I'm okay.
Are you emotional?
I'll be alright. Pardon, Sammy?
The glass box of emotions, everybody.
Yeah. I'm in a glass case of emotion. You want to stay in a haunted hotel, Nike? You're nuts, man. Kudos. Our veggies are looking good. I might actually take a quick little pause so I can show you guys what's going on. Just gonna get a little rack. There's 8 minutes left from the half an hour timer that we set. And I think the zucchini is done. The zucchini. So we got some nice color on there. Give it a taste. Even just touching it, I know it's really soft. We'll just put that into a bowl. Or a plate actually is okay too. But we need to get it off of the pan. That way it'll stop cooking. Clone! Welcome in! Thank you for the raid. How was your stream today? Ooh, look at the color underneath. Nice. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of mushy zucchini, but I know this created lots of nice flavor on there. So I'll deal with it. If I wanted to be picky though, I would say that it is overcooked. Not gonna lie to you guys. Once it's in the salad though, nobody will know. Ah! Come back. Okay, so now, flip this around. The veggies are done. Almost, I think. I'm gonna try a piece of this. Go for like a bigger piece. Actually, it does feel done. Cut it. Cuts right through. Mmm. Really good. We're done, guys. Okay, I'm gonna quickly turn the broiler on for our corn so we can char it up a touch, and then we can bake our buns. So, cancel our timer. Start the broiler. We'll put the squash to the side so it can cool off as well. We're making a mess in here. Those look better than the pizza pops. Thanks, Hojerific. Thank you for that. $10 says it's too jammed. Okay, I will be right back, guys. Gotta take a quick break. Hold tight. Okay, I am here. Let's move our oven rack up to the highest point in the oven, so closest to the broiler. That's where we want our corn to be. And we will set this 3-minute timer. Three-minute timer. You want small increments. You obviously don't want the corn to burn, and the broiler is the highest heat possible. Oh no, Rook. Still having those windshield issues? Man! Hojerific, how are you today? Okay, back to our onion. So, same as the last half. Follow the curve, follow the natural lines going this way. And use your index finger to guide your blade. more slice? No. It says nah. Hey, betches. How are you?
Hey, Betches. Are you the Betches?
Sam wants to know if you're the same Betches with the Instagram account. Are you the Betches? Today, Betches, we're having Mexican Food Monday before we head to New York. Oh, goodness. We got a dark Elvin in chat. How are you, Elvin? Thanks for popping by. It is eventually going to be past my bedtime real quick. It's like, I'm pretty sure we're going to bed at 9 tonight. You're good, Hojerific. You're tired. Been an expensive few days. Got a new battery put into your Jeep. Paid your BC nursing registration. Oh, you're a nurse. Amazing.
Where's she in BC?
Hojerific, I believe she's in Vancouver.
Yeah.
I believe so. I could be wrong. Sometimes I lose track of you guys. It's possible. It's possible you are the real Betches. Sweet. Okay, so we have our red onion. Thinly sliced in our bowl. Let's work into our jalapeno. So, spicy hands are gonna be a thing here. Do not touch your face, eyes, genitals. Just don't do it. Wash your hands, knife right after. So we're going to obviously take off the stem to start with. Gotta make sure we don't have cold feet. We're still coming, man. We're still coming over. Don't you even fret about that. Okay, that was like our 2-minute timer on our corn. No char color yet, so let's go another 3. You're in Vancouver, yeah. Also, you're a dude named Jose. Hojerific is Jose. Okay, mental note. Yeah, feets be cold up here, Elvin. But less so beautiful. We saw the weather. I packed accordingly. At least I think I did okay. So we're gonna slice our jalapeno really nice and thin as well. That way we don't get like a huge influx of heat in our sandwich. And we're keeping the seeds in. That means it's gonna be spicy. And I think we're gonna keep these separate from the onions. I don't think I want to make the onions this spicy. Oh goodness, did you see that one just roll off the board? It almost rolled right off the counter.
Right off.
Right off. It says peace. I'm out of here. Jalapeno. Genitalia. Yep. Thank you, Thunderstruck. If you take one lesson away from this show, do not touch your genitals. Thank you for the clarification, Elvin. Genitals. Genitals. Okay, I'm just going to use a little jar for the jalapeno. Pickles come in jars, so this makes sense. You don't want to pickle in metal things, because that will eat the metal. And then your pickles will taste like metal. You might get sick from it. So let's not do that. Jalapeno. We need to wash all of these things here, including my hands. Soapy water. We are safe. If you cook a pepper, does it make it spicier? It actually makes it more mild, I think, Thunder. In my experience, at least. is like every time I've roasted a jalapeno compared to eating it raw, roasted is always more mild. Do we have charred corn? I think we're starting. We're starting to get some color on there. Look at this side. Just the edges. Maybe we'll give it a little toss. Quick little toss. Get a more even browning. Yeah, you have that jar, that little guy. I love those jars.
Like, I was trying to post that link. Do it. Just do it.
Oh no, what
I
are you
had
guys
the same
doing?
Song in my head.
The link for genitals?
Yeah, just do it.
It's fine, just do it. I'll still love you.
It's so good.
We're all friends here.
Jean Lajoie.
Thought I said hard porn. You guys are nuts today. CBD. Remember the first time I cut spicy peppers? Then you rubbed your eyes. Never forgetty.
Have you watched Little League? To the clouds.
To the clouds. Okay, 2 more minutes and I think we're good. Our pickle brine is just coming up. Hey Lita, how are you today? Why are you sorry, Elvin? You don't have to be sorry. Are you Canadian now? That was a banh mi offense.
I have a serious question.
Sammy has a very serious question, guys.
If you die nowadays, do you go to the cloud?
If you die, do you go to the cloud, guys? Is that where we end up?
That's where all our memories end up. So
It's
do you
true.
just go to the cloud?
When we die, all that's left of us is our cloud. Oh no. Where did we go? We went too far. Fist a corpse. Thanks for the follow. And a lot of 420 follows today. Who do you guys think I am? I'm just a chef. Yeah, 420 respect. It's true. Is it a smelly cloud? I don't know. Depends on what you got going in your cloud. We got the munchies. Yes, you're in the right place. When you die, you become a weed cloud. I think our chat, we would make a pretty big cloud, Lito. Like, the people that we have in chat right now might be a smog. You can consider it a smog over a cloud. Okay. That's a hot oven. We got some charred corn for our salad. We can put that aside now. It's good to go. And our next step, baking our buns for our sandwiches. We gotta bake our buns. I believe the temperature that those bake at is 375. Sorry, 450. 450 Fahrenheit. So our oven is already hot. Hot, hot. We will set it to that temp. We have a raid. I can hear it. What do we got going on? Jonatone. Oh, you're raiding me back, man. Thanks for that. Welcome in, guys. How is the stream? Hey, Hi Head, Thermal Laser, Polecat Pete. Thank you for the follow. Ice. How are ya? Rage Wolf, Colby. Okay, our pickle brine is a boiling. The sugar and the salt is all dissolved. So let's come over. Hopefully we can get an even dispersal. Maybe I'll pour our jalapenos first, and I'm gonna put it in the bowl so that we don't spill on our cutting board. Because I know that this pan doesn't pour that nice, so we'll do that. Take it out, pour the rest over our onion. And that way our onions won't be super spicy. Yum! Okay, so now, holy smokes, guys, thanks for the follows. What did you guys explore today? And Colby, thanks for the host. Stream was good. Nice. That is great to hear. Okay, so we need to weigh down these pickles now so that they stay submerged in the brine. For this little jar, I have a weight, a little glass weight that I picked up off of Amazon. So that's what these are. They're called sour stones. So I'm gonna quickly put that on our jalapenos and then usually just use like a little plate or a bowl.
Oh, yeah.
To weigh down the onions. So just drop that on top and now those are weighed down. Oh, Rage Wolf. Thanks for gifting the tier 1 sub to Jonatone. Welcome in, man. Welcome to the Onion Squad. Musketeers, you guys were having a scientific exploration stream, trying to figure out if snow is actually cold or if it's just an illusion. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was the conclusion then? Okay, just gonna put this plate over our onions. Actually, I think it's a touch too big still. Okay, we need a bowl. We need a bowl. Rage Wolf with the sub as well. Thank you so much. What was the conclusion? Tell us. We need to know. Okay, so if we look in this bowl, our onions are going like a little bit more pink. That's exactly what we want. So these are going to be like a beautiful, vibrant pink color when they are fully pickled. I think that's weighing it down. I might have just gotten it stuck in there. We'll revisit those later. We'll revisit those. And we're not gonna put that stuff in the fridge because we poured hot brine into glass. That will crack if you try and put that in your fridge right away. The cold from the snow is just an illusion? Yes. Okay, but seriously, guys, I got the bowl stuck in the bowl.
You got the bowl stuck in the bowl.
I got the bowl stuck in the bowl. I don't know. We might not have pickled onions. But let's look at these soft buns. We make buns. Thank you, Ice. I didn't want to ask for it. I didn't want to ask for help, but I think we might need help. I don't like when other people have to help with my mistakes, though. So what we need to do here, here's the recipe, by the way, guys.
All right. What do you need?
For our cemitas.
We're gonna try not to break things.
So the bowl is stuck in the bowl. I feel like we might just have to flip it over.
Thereh liquid in it though, right?
Yep. Flip it into a big ass bowl.
No.
So these are a brioche type bun. So they're rich. They have cream and eggs in them. And then we're going to make an egg wash. So the recipe instructs you to save an egg. And we're gonna whisk it with a little bit of cold water. It's bad, guys. The bowl idea was bad. What not to do. Hey, Anchovy. Don't smash it.
I'm just testing waters here.
Oh, shoot.
Jeez.
So, tablespoon of cold water into our egg.
Do it. Hot
And we gotta
naked
brush
buns.
that over the buns. to loosen it?
Well, it's hot underneath, so
Did it suction in?
yeah.
What not to do with Kate? Jose, you're reporting me for these hot buns? They're not hot yet, but they are definitely naked. We are making their clothing as we speak. Time to smash! Sammy smash! A hammer can fix everything, but I don't want to break the Red Bull. That's a special one. That's like a hand-me-down. There's no butter on your buns yet, but we are yolking them up. So nice little egg wash. Bowl and bowl, meat hammer. It might come to that.
Bowl and bowl, meet Sam.
Oh goodness. So, kind of a light coating of egg wash. You don't want to go too heavy. I've had brioche buns before that have like this thick kind of coating of cooked egg at the bottom of the bun, and it just gets hard and weird. So don't overdo it with the egg wash. Just make sure you get a nice coating over the full top of it. Are we still singing about genitals? You guys, today, I knew it was going to be like this. I just had a feeling.
My genitals.
Rook, you're about to cook some deer sausage your friend brought you this morning. Fresh made on the weekend. Dude, you're spoiled.
Oh, yeah.
Maka Waka!
Yeah.
I've been thinking about you, man. How are you? Thank you very much for the 3-month resub. Can I please get a shout out for Maka Waka? Awesome streamer.
I can't do it right
He likes
now.
to profile. Ryan will probably do it for us. I have faith. He likes to profile other streamers, and he's a pretty big member in our community. Sorry about the smashing in the background. You guys asked Sammy to help. Yeah, see you tomorrow, Alvin. How weird does that sound? Okay, take care, man. We will keep you informed about how our travels go. Sammy did it, guys. Maybe everyone needs a Sammy in their life. Taking bowls out of bowls. Okay, very important step for our cemita buns. Sesame seed.
And then I'm gonna go have a bowl.
Sammy got the bowl out of the bowl, so he's
So
gonna
you got a
reward
bowl.
himself with a bowl.
Hey? Hey?
I can't be mad at that.
Where are your glass things?
The weights are right there. I guess you'll just use a few of them.
Yep.
Okay,
Which ones are the heavy ones?
the left side is the big one. Then what is the girl version of a Sammy called?
A cake.
Sam's can be, yeah, it's called a Kate. Samantha. I don't know, it doesn't have the same ring. So, cemita buns, brioche with sesame on top. We want a fair amount of sesame on here. I'm gonna go heavy. We've actually not seen Annie lately, Nike. I've been wondering about him as well. I think he's been really busy with school though.
I think the exams are almost done now. And we're
Yeah.
supposed to maybe meet up with them.
Elvin's getting a Sammy delivered from Canada tomorrow. Expedited, same day.
Man, how much was shipping on that?
Yeah, shipping must be expensive.
I'm like 270 pounds of awesomeness.
Ooh, black cherry pop. I'm all about the vanilla Coke. It's like, I don't usually drink cola,
I
but
love
vanilla
black
Coke.
cherry Pepsi.
Yeah, vanilla Coke or black cherry Pepsi. You guys got me.
So good.
Oh, Fista, you're from Edmonton? That's where I grew up. 23 years.
What?
Sammy lived there too.
Yeah,
That's where we
worked at
met.
Glass House Bistro.
Glasshouse Bistro. I grew up in St. Albert. That's amazing. Sammy saved us. This is what he's done. He says, screw it. I'll just use like 5 weights to weigh down the onions. That's how it's done, guys. Thank you, Sammy, for that.
Yeah, you know, just gonna rescue.
Saving lives.
Just what I do every day.
You grew up in Mill Woods. Cool. Small world. Okay. And we've been instructed to also put a little bit of coarse salt on top of the buns. There's actually quite a bit of sugar in the dough, so I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit sweet as well. So let's contrast that. Just attach a coarse salt in there with the sesame seeds. And obviously the egg wash is what is helping all of this stick to the top. And now we can go into the oven. Finally. So I've made these. I made the dough for these at 12:30 today. It's a full day thing. Let's get our buns into the oven. They look great. Uncovered. We're gonna set the timer on the lower end of things, so we'll go 12 minutes. 12 minutes. And maybe I'll do 6 and a little rotation halfway through. I think that'll be the best.
Why do you rotate it halfway through?
So rotating halfway through, I don't have a convection oven. And that way we get the most even baking, because usually the back of the oven is the hottest. Buns in the oven, not in this one though.
Not that I know of.
Nope. Okay, so our pickled red onion and jalapeno, done. All of our salad things are done. We just have to assemble it. Let's slice up our tomato for our sandwich. Put it in our nice new Mexican bowl. We're not gonna slice the avocado until right before we serve. And that way it'll stay nice and green. Otherwise, avocados oxidize really quickly, so they like to turn brown. We don't want brown avocado today, guys. One way to combat it though, if you do have to slice the avocado ahead of time, is you can squirt a little bit of lime or lemon juice on top. And that'll help it stay green. But then that's also gonna change the flavor a bit as well, right? Is Souk near the coast in BC? So we're actually on Vancouver Island, is where we're at. Almost like the very southern tip of Vancouver Island. Your auntie's in Salt Spring. That's a beautiful island. Yeah, that hippie. We get called hippies all the time out here. It's okay. We'll take it. I'm ruining the knife with the tomato.
Yeah, because tomato skin's not very good for knives.
Oh, well. Good thing I'm going on vacation, Rook. Okay. Beautiful little slices of tomato. Good to go. We'll just put our avocados aside. The cilantro, we can pick. I think we'll just pick a little bit of the cilantro. But I don't think we have to chop it. That's the beauty of this sandwich, is it's very like rustic. You don't have to fool around with it too much. And I love to cook like that. It's like simple food is the best. Oh man, Rook. Got Sammy giving me a hard time and now you too? That's fine. I can deal with that. Yeah, this cilantro, we had to go to 2 stores to find cilantro. This one's organic and yeah, it is quite beautiful looking. I was impressed with it. Oh, a good poutine. I have not had one of those. Honestly, I can't even remember, and that makes me a little bit sad. Fist of Forks. Can't remember the last time I had a poutine. Am I even Canadian anymore? Okay, we gotta shred cheese next. And then we're gonna work into breading our beef up. So Milanese style. Have a little bit of panko, a little bit of flour, and then we're gonna fry the beef. Oh, you're heading off, Jose. No problem. Yeah, we're gonna IRL stream in New York, so you should catch us at some point. I think we're gonna have pretty long streams, so take care, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow. Otherwise, the next day for sure. Okay, so this might make a couple of you sad in here, but we don't have Oaxaca cheese where we are. So we settled for some pizza mozzarella that hopefully has around like the same stringiness of the Oaxaca cheese. And it should taste kind of similar. It's nice, mild, creamy cheese. So that's one thing that we did have to substitute. Yeah, as long as there's cheese, right, guys? Polecat, you're in New York too? If you want to meet up, let us know. Cheese, please. Just gonna get some paper out of here. Oh, you're in Brooklyn as well. I don't know. Check my phone. Check my map that I made. Spumoni Garden. I don't know where it's going to be on that map. Okay. 6 minutes. Holy shit. Those buns look unreal, guys. That's only halfway through. I'm not going to show you, because that's cheating. But I'm only going to go another 5, I think. It's cooking pretty hot. Could I find real chipotles? Yeah, I have dried and canned chipotle, so that's an easier thing to find here. The Oaxaca cheese, though, a little bit tough. There's a rare strain of cannabis that comes from Oaxaca. Cool. Do you know what it's called, Nike? Brooke, you didn't do the cemitas with beef. You did fried chicken. Oh. Yeah, I am excited to try the many different meat options in a cemita. And maybe I'll have to find one while we're in New York. Because the whole comparison thing on the recipe I'm using is between New York cemitas and Puebla, which is where they're originally from. I'm intrigued. I mean, before I met you and Nike, Brooke, I've never even heard of a cemita. I heard of a torta, but a cemita, that's, I don't know what that is. We'll just do them again when I visit. Yes! Sounds like a plan, man.
Done.
Sammy says done. And then we can actually have the Oaxaca cheese. It's a sativa, Nike. And it helps create Durban poison. Whoa. Okay, Pete, so you're in Brooklyn. What is like one of your favorite places to eat in New York? Talk to me, man. Okay, we have created Cheese Mountain. It's not that large, but it's enough to call it a mountain. Let's try this out. I think it'll do. That'll do, Donkey. That'll do.
This is the greatest New York cemita ever. One for you, one for me.
New York cemita. A big one with a baby one on top.
One for Sam, one for Caitlin.
Yeah. That is some stuff. The Oaxaca melts super quick, so it's good. Oh, I need that in my life. Moss, you prefer flat graters. The cube ones are hard to clean after use. The hard one, or the flat ones are kind of hard to hang on to, though. Cheese in my mouth. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this cheese up, the brick, and then it's time to get beefy. Yo, you got beef? You got beef with me? Broil the mozz on the beef before we build the sandwich to get it to melt good. Okay, man. I'm in. Alberta beef? I actually believe it is. Fist of Corpse. Is the butcher shop we use gets their beef from Alberta. We got beef. No beef with me. We're cool. Thanks, Pete. Okay. The buns. Those got dark real quick. Whew. The oven just burned my eyeballs. Buns, though. Have we done all right? I think we've done all right. Like that sheen on there. Oh, baby. Yep. I think we're gonna make a good cemita, guys. Feeling good about it. Okay. Basically, our last thing is dredging the beef. And so we might as well start to heat up our frying oil on the stovetop. So just pop over there real quick. So I have it already set up. A pretty large cast iron pan. Filled it just under halfway with canola oil. And we're gonna heat that up to around 350 Fahrenheit to 375 Fahrenheit. And that's gonna take about half an hour. So a little bit of prior planning involved for sure. And start that around medium heat. I think will be the best. Mrs. W, thank you so much for the 200 biddies. Damn buns. Did I just lose my cam? Thanks, Cookie. Yeah, it overheats sometimes, Nike. We're still dealing with that sitch. Should be back though. Battery exhausted. Alright then. We'll just let you hang out for a bit. I'm sorry guys, but we'll carry on. Yeah, the buns were so good, it literally ruined the camera. Okay, so our beef, we marinated yesterday. We made a citrus and chipotle marinade. So orange zest and juice, chipotle peppers in adobo, which you'll find in the can. We did a little bit of cumin ground, a little bit of coriander seed ground, and I think some garlic. And that's it. A little bit of oil, maybe to bring it all together. Yeah, we twerked it too hard. Is the battery the right voltage, Rook is asking.
Yeah.
Sammy says, yeah.
It's coming out really slowly for
water, guys. And so what we're gonna do now is we're going to dredge these. So the beef is sliced thin. We're gonna dredge it in a mixture of panko and flour. What did I use to seal the beef? We just have a little food saver here. So vacuum sealing will give you like a deeper marinade, but using a Ziploc is basically the same thing. So you don't have to be all fancy like this. And so we're gonna set up a breading station. This is where we're heading, guys. I'm gonna use these two pans. Obviously we need one with the beef, one with our flour and panko, and then we'll need a sheet pan to put the dredged beef onto. This one. I'm gonna put that beside me over here. You love your food saver, Rook? Yeah, it is quite handy, isn't it? It's a good investment for sure. Yeah, it really gets the flavor inside the meat because there's no oxygen to disrupt that. So, a little bit of flour. We're cooking for 4 people tonight instead of 2, if you guys didn't notice. Sammy's still furiously working to get our camera fixed, so hold tight, guys. You can go kind of like a half and half mix of flour and panko. And we're gonna season that as well. You want to add some salt and pepper into that dredge. Otherwise, your meat can taste a little bit bland. And if you guys have heard of panko before, or if you haven't, it's a Japanese breadcrumb. So it's going to give you more crunch compared to a traditional breadcrumb that you might find in your bakery at the grocery store. So panko is like my favorite thing to dredge fried food with. It's gonna get more crispy. Sammy's the man. Probably good. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so good amount of salt, which is actually just beside me. It's just a fine grain kosher salt. Obviously there's quite a bit of beef here, so I'm gonna do like a good 2 teaspoons worth. So we can always add salt after it's cooked, but we do want to make sure that there is a little bit in here still. And why not add just a little bit of pepper as well. An Asian twist of the sandwich. Tempura batter. That'd be interesting. I'd be a little bit worried about it getting soggy, maybe. But you never know if you don't try, right?
Well, you just add the tempura at the very end of the sandwich.
Ooh, just add like tempura crispy pieces. Oh. Panko everywhere. Okay, that looks like everything is pretty evenly distributed. I'm gonna get the thermometer on our oil while it's heating up. Just a little deep fry or candy thermometer. Thank you for the follow. Red to the beard wifey. Now we can unpack the booth. So this has been marinating for 24 hours. So the citrus juice should have broken down the beef a little bit, made it more tender.
Send me some buns.
What? Polecat Pete with the dono. 13.24 Canadian. Send me some buns. Dude, thank you so much for the donation. Really appreciate that. I think that money is gonna go towards some awesome food in New York if you're okay with that. I'll give you a shout out if you want. Man, this beef smells good, and I think there's gonna be a good amount of spice in there as well. So what I did, I asked my butcher shop to slice beef for beef jerky. Was my idea of the best kind of thickness for them to go with. And I believe they use an Ive round. So if you guys want to make this at home for yourself, that's what you'll have to ask for. I think I'm going to switch this up a touch. Do that. And because there's marinade on here, I don't really feel like we need to make an egg wash with milk and eggs for the dredge to stick. So we're just going to go straight into the dredge. Hey Sam, how are you? Obviously make sure give it a good pat on both sides, and I always like to have one wet, dirty hand and one dry hand. Wearing gloves is always good too, though. The end is near, my friends. It is almost cemita time. This is our last step. So there we go.
Yes.
Nice little cutlet.
So as soon as it stops raining, we leave.
You don't really want to stack that on top of itself. I'm getting dirty in here already. One moist hand, Nike, and one dry hand. Moist.
It wasn't meant to be a joke.
I feel like that's what you wanted. Perfect thickness, yeah. I think it's gonna obviously fry up really quick. Get super crispy. Any good food stops planned? Too many, Onuris. It's like overwhelming. There's way too many, but I think I'm most excited for pizza day, since that's like my favorite food ever. I messed up my hands. I made the dry hand moist. Where do we go from here, guys? Can we go back from this? I don't think so. Yeah, emphasis on the T. Moist. The iconic chopped cheese place. Oh, I've never heard of this. Chopped cheese, like pizza, hot dogs, deli food, ramen, shawarma. The list doesn't end, guys. It's like an amazing race, but for eating as much food as possible. Yeah, the dry hand is wet now. Even chefs screw up, guys. It's over now, Pete? Oh, noes. Everything we worked for is ruined. So I'm just kind of patting the dredge on, right? You want an even coating. Shouldn't really see any of the beef underneath there. If you see a duck in the window, Sammy, what happens?
Read a little more.
He might eat the said duck. Love it. Nike. Watching the other one become moist. You became moist too. Oh man. Wasn't it a full moon like a couple days ago?
Yeah.
This all makes sense now. Rescue the duck in the frozen pond. And then he eats it? No. Sammy's not like that. But I don't think Sammy can confirm that. He might just.
Well, I think we got fire first in the park.
Yeah.
And then roast it.
Nike, we are frying these. The deep fry pot is heating up as we dredge our beef. We got a little stovetop deep fry happening today. Might as well, hey? Last stream before vacation. Make the whole house smell like a deep fry. Why not? We're not gonna be here. You can stay in New York for a year and eat different food from every nation on earth. Yes. I mean, that's kind of how I felt about Vancouver, but I think New York is just gonna be way better. It's definitely been something on my bucket list for a while, so it's gonna feel really good to cross it off, get that experience. Like, yeah, I like to cook, but I definitely like to eat just as much. Did I show the cheese earlier? We quickly grated up the mozza, Nike, but we can't really get Oaxaca cheese here. So it's just like a pizza mozzarella. It's stringy. It's creamy. It's got a mild flavor. And it'll get all meltedy. As long as there's something to get all meltedy in there. Hold everything together. You love all the sushi in Vancouver. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of something I miss being out here. We're kind of out of the city. So for us to get like good sushi or anything like that, we gotta drive an hour. There's definitely good cheap food in those big cities. It's awesome. Yeah. Sushi is so expensive in Edmonton. I remember that. And it's definitely not the same quality either, hey?
No, it's definitely better here.
Oh, I know ice. Yeah, New York is huge. I know it's gonna be overwhelming for me. Especially being out of the city for like over a year now. I'm gonna feel so small. Have I ever made steam buns, Lidl? I actually haven't made steam buns on stream yet, and I do have a steamer to use. I was gonna make them at one point, but I don't know. I just didn't end up doing it. I am so down to do that though when we're back. I love dim sum.
Well, we have the bamboo steamer.
We do have the bamboo steamer. We can bring this to life. Steamed barbecue pork buns, greatest ever.
I'll learn how to hang out and shoot my.
Sammy will help us, he says. Okay, we definitely have enough beef. I'm gonna say though, probably at least 2 pieces per sandwich. So as long as we have 8 pieces, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, okay. We'll do 12 pieces. That way we each have 3 pieces. And maybe I'll save the rest to do up after stream. We want cemitas pretty soon. Can't waste any more time. Do I have restaurants in NYC picked out? I do clone. I'm like crazy when it comes to organization, so I made like all these separate maps on Google Maps of like the certain things that I want to eat. So like I made a map just with all the pizza spots that we want to hit. A map with all the delis. A map with like all the Asian food. And we'll probably just do like a big loop and hit all the spots on it in the day. It's gonna be insane. And actually one of my favorite things about traveling as well is walking. I don't necessarily always like to take transit or taxis. It's like walking is such a great way to experience a city, especially when it's huge. And plus, we need to work off the food that we're gonna eat as well. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We're good. We're good. 12 pieces of beef. Oh, the final table. Yeah, I love it. I actually love a lot of the food shows on Netflix. They're done well. Really, really well. Your friend is awesome on making steam buns. Your record is eating 5. His brother ate 8. That's crazy. I don't think I could eat that many. Okay, our deep fryer is at 300, so we have about 50 degrees left to go. But we can actually get Sammy in here, and he can start helping us assemble the bottom part of the sandwiches. And then we will put the salad together as well. We'll finish that up, because this beef's gonna fry up really quickly. So we should be able to cut into the buns. Should be cooled off.
What?
We got a Sammy coming in.
I gotta do stuff?
Sammy's gonna build the Sammys for us.
I'm building or I'm frying?
Oh, I don't know. Did you want to fry?
I'll fry.
He likes to fry.
Frying.
We're just not quite there yet, but it is going up pretty quick. I'm gonna go grab the salad. Sammy's gotta wash his hands. You're back, Mini Key. You got to eat dinner with your boyfriend. What did you guys have? He likes to fry fried. Thank you. Be right back, guys. Holy, it smells good in here. Oh, yeah. Okay, la salad in our wonderful Mexican bowl that we just received last night.
No.
You shared carne asada fries and a carnitas burrito. Oh, you're having Mexican food too. Mexican Food Monday. It's a thing. Hop in the window. Whoa, we got a wild Sammy.
What do you want me to fry this at?
Like 350 to 375. Typical frying temperature. Doggo's barking at the door.
You want to see Doggo? Okay, Doggo.
You guys want Doggo? Thanks, Ice. Yeah. My mom got one of the beach vendors, so a lady that paints obviously these wooden bowls and stuff, to do some kind of purple design. So obviously I love purple. So that's really special to me. And it's beautiful. I love colorful things. So, putting our roasted squashes over our salad now. We already have some pepper and black beans in there. Basically, this salad is clearing out our fridge before we leave. Sammy's taste testing. We also had some zucchini that we roasted.
Good stuff.
You had black beans and rice tacos yesterday. Fresh salsa, avocado, and mango. Mmm. That sounds so good. I love mango in tacos. And our last thing is our roasted corn. So we just roasted that quickly under the broiler in the oven. Yeah, zucchini with oil and garlic. That's all you really need, isn't it? And these are actually typical Mexican ingredients. So Mexico does grow really nice squash. Obviously corn, black beans, peppers. They have a great array of produce available throughout the year. Pretty jealous about that. fried zucchini squash.
I want fried stuff.
It's close, Sammy.
I
It's
want
just
fried
at
stuff.
350. Okay,
Obviously, you just want them golden brown, yeah?
golden brown and delicious.
You know that.
All I asked for,
What she asked for.
Sammy Sam.
Oh, that smells good.
It smells good.
That smells really good.
We roasted the corn too, and then the dressing. So sorry guys, we're not making the dressing on stream because like I said, we're clearing out the fridge. So I had this left over from when I made tacos on stream last week. And what we made was a salsa verde. So the salsa has tomatillo, onion, garlic, cilantro, lime juice in it. And then we blended avocado into it to make it more creamy. And that's what I'm going to use for the dressing on the salad today. Just wanted to make sure that it's obviously tasty. And it is a touch thick for this. So honestly, this is where we can basically just water it down to get the desired consistency, but I'm just gonna give it a quick taste first. Mmm, that's really good. Is salsa verde tasty like pico de gallo? Yeah. I usually call salsa verde crack because I could put it on everything. Tomatillo ranch verde. Let's do it, Nike.
Time.
It is. It's smoking. I think you're good, Sammy. He's going in. It's got a zing. Yeah, totally. Oh yeah, I forgot to say there was a bit of jalapeno in there too. Touch of jalapeno. Shooting it up. Shit's getting insane in here. It's getting crazy. This beef though, and those buns. This avo though, it could have been worse. Yeah. Sammy's ripping. Do you need a spider or you're good with tongs? So I believe they used an inside round for the beef. And that's typically what they use to make beef jerky. So that's all I did was ask them to make beef sliced for jerky. Super fast fry. Yeah. I mean, they are like maybe a 1/4 inch thickness. So it's gonna cook really fast. When it's golden brown, it's ready to come out. Sammy's gonna wait for the oil to heat up a little bit more. I am slicing our avocados while we wait, getting things together. Gonna get our cheese over here. We got our tomatoes, cilantro.
I can bring this salad up after I do this next one, or
Sure, yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay.
Checking out our onions, guys. The onions. Let's have a quick peek while we wait. So, they went a nice pink color. I'm gonna take these weights out. Take the weights out. Yes, Nike. I mean, when I make stuff for the first time that I've never made before, I really try and keep it as traditional as possible. And then after that, after I have it the first time how it's supposed to be made, then I'll kind of fool around with it. But we always got to do our due diligence. Make sure we make it right the first time. So these turned out really nice. The color is beautiful. You can't see anymore. The flavor is perfect. It's like sweet, salty, briny, obviously oniony as well. Okay, you guys saw how to fry the beef. Now let's see how to build a sandwich. Dirty,
I got the
dirty
broiler on
sandwich.
right now.
Perfect. The bun. The
That's right.
sesame seed brioche. That's where we start. This is the cemita. If you don't have that, it's not a cemita. Straight up.
Everything built except the cheese and beef, and now give that.
Dirty, dirty. Is this like the beef equivalent of a Milanese? Exactly, vegan gelato. And how are you doing? Okay, so you want me to build all the bottom buns, Sammy?
Yeah.
And then we'll broil them all together?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll broil all the beef together, and then it's gonna grill on top. You don't have to broil the bottom buns.
Just cheese the beef?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just gonna cheese the beef. Easy mode. We will exit our cheese then. The beard game is strong with Mr. Fryer, yeah. Beard game on point.
Beard game can't be strong without a good groomer.
It's true, I do take care, I groom that beard. Oh my gosh. Getting to cut into this, just like the feeling. Squeeze the bun, guys. I know you want to. 3 pieces of beef per. Hello. Heck yeah. They held that message. Vinegar. Okay, so bottom bun. We need to add our avocado. That's where that goes. So the pickles, here, I'll link you the recipe really quick in chat. It was water, white vinegar, sugar, salt. And one thing about the cemitas is it says do not skimp on the avocado. So we will not. It says kind of mash it in. These buns are super soft though. I don't want to crush it too much. But just make it sure it's like nicely spread out, let's say. And then I think our avocado is going to make like a nice little barrier. I'm going to put the tomato on top. That way it won't get too soggy. Thank you for the follow, AZ Travel. Welcome in. So 2 nice slices of tomato. You don't want to go cherry tomato here because it's just going to fly out the sides. You want a nice big tomato, and the best would actually just be 1 big tomato slice. Hey Iceberg, you're back. And you've eaten beforehand. Brilliant. You are well prepared today. How does the beef taste now? Does it need salt? I thought you had beef. Oh, you're going into the bun. Can you have a little taste of the beef too? Sammy went in for the bun, just tearing it apart. Mmm. Holy shit, that's good. Okay. Next up, cilantro. I think that's gonna be enough. It's a pretty strong herb, right? Now, our pickles that we made on stream. Oh, you're seeing Panic at the Disco? Nice. I actually like that band. I listened to them quite a lot when I was younger. And their newer stuff is actually quite good. Okay. Our onion. And then remember, we made pickled jalapenos as well. So I'm not sure actually how spicy these are, so I'm gonna go on the less side of things. Three little pieces. Should be good with that. I love the color, and I think that's why I really like Mexican cuisine, is because the ingredients are so colorful. That bun is unreal. So Sammy's just cheesing the beef. We will be patient. We will wait. I will slice all the buns. T-minus 2 minutes, guys. And it is cemita time. How are we for time?
Almost 6.
Yes! I said I wanted the food on the table at 6. We got 20 minutes still. Yeah, but can you beef the cheese though? I'm getting really excited for New York now, Iceberg. When I was like still having to work, it didn't seem like reality yet. But now that I know that we're leaving tomorrow morning, I'm definitely excited. I'm ready. There is sesame seeds everywhere, and I'm okay with this. I'm willing to deal with that.
One bonus for tonight.
One bonus.
We don't have to do plate dishes.
Yes! No plate dishes!
Oh.
Sammy, what have you made?
I don't know. Can't show everyone yet.
He can't show you guys yet.
So you got the bottoms all cut?
That. Put some stuff on the sheet pan
Yeah.
to bring up.
I'll carry it all upstairs.
We're not gonna chill too long with you guys because we are gonna have dinner with my parents. Haven't seen them in 2 weeks since they've been away.
And we're going
So-
away for a week, so.
Yeah. We're gonna have a quick taste test all together, decide how we did, and then I'm gonna go finish eating with my family. I think you guys will understand. So we're gonna be in New York from the 19th to the 25th. Holy shit. We need 3 pieces of beef. I think that's good. It's like, stop. Make the bad man stop. Ooh, and then lastly, it needs mayo.
It needs mayo?
And since our beef is chipotle, we'll use a chipotle mayo. Bye, Sammy.
Avocados.
Thanks for everything, Sammy.
Welcome. I'll make sure that works. That's fine.
Okay. Fresh chipotles and mayo on top. Well, I did the pickled jalapeno though, Rook. I don't want to spice it up too much. This is what we have made. I'm feeling good about it. First cemita. Hell yeah. I think we did good, guys. We've got some cheese strings though. Definitely what we're looking for. Nike, this is for you, man. Nike and Rook requested this. You are literally eating your screen. I'm so ready for this. Like, look at this side. Look at that. Yup. Sandwiches. Sandwiches. So, give it a nice press. We can be sure that we can fit this in our face. Yeah, Rook, give Pendleton a hug and a kiss for us. Barely even got in there. You want the cut in half? I'm like messy already. We can do the cut in half. Let's do this. You want to see it? You need that satisfaction of me opening this? I mean, I thought it was already torture enough. Yep. Money shot. We gone and done it again, guys. We gone and done it again. Last meal before New York. Let's get it. Mmm. That beef is on point. I was worried about the seasoning, but the chipotle came through so nice, and it's not actually overly spicy. So, Rook, I could add more chipotle on there if I wanted to. Totally could. Yeah, it's like super nice and smoky. The bun's got this little bit of sweetness. Obviously, there is a good amount of fat in this from the avocado, the cheese, the fried beef in the bun. So getting that little bit of freshness from the tomato and the pickled onions and jalapenos, you really need that to cut all the fat. And it does bring everything together. This might be one of my favorite sandwiches. And thank you so much for clipping that, Nikki. I will probably post that clip on Instagram tonight because it looks freaking great. I didn't get a jalapeno in that bite, so I think I could even put more jalapenos into the sandwich. I just wasn't really sure how spicy the beef was going to be after marinating for 24 hours. Really, really good, guys. So thank you so much for requesting this and like opening my mind to a new dish. Once again, if you guys want to make this at home for yourselves, here's the recipe. I will share that with you guys. A little bit of inspiration for your week. The posh photobomb, typical vegan gelato. Yeah, the avocado is not overwhelming. It's true. It's true. Okay, that is freaking delicious. We are gonna go raid somebody. Do you guys have any requests on who we should go raid? Otherwise, I'm just gonna pick a random person. Got Daily Dasher on. You guys want to go into Mrs. Ruby? Okay, sounds perfect. Let's go show those good eggs who the onions are. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for hanging out. Kind of a short stream. But it was the last one before we leave tomorrow, so I really wanted to spend my last day in the kitchen with you guys and cooking something that I've never made before. So hopefully that's a little bit of inspiration for you guys. And we are leaving tomorrow. The flight's at 6:15 in the morning. We'll get to New York around 6 p.m., I believe. And then we will set up the phone plan. We might be able to stream in Toronto on our layover. But otherwise, I'll keep you guys updated on Discord. And you'll definitely see us on Wednesday. The adventure begins. Thank you for all the love tonight, guys. Thanks for all the new follows, subs, cheers, donations. So much support. Thanks, yeah. I think we'll have a safe trip. I'm not too worried. Let's go spread some love. We're going into Mrs. Ruby. If you guys have never been there before, she is a fellow food streamer. Take care, guys. Really fun stream. Nike and Rook, thank you for requesting this. My life has changed. Okay, bye, guys. No, he was